All right, video 5 of your orthographic drawing playlist. What we're going to go ahead and do in this video is explain your assignment that you have for your 3 orthographic drawings you will be completing individually. All right, so we are going to be completing this in your engineering notebook. Again, I'm doing mine on a separate sheet of ortho paper because I don't want 5 different activities for your assignment in my engineering notebook. So I am doing mine on a separate sheet of paper, but you will be completing yours in your engineering notebook. All right, the first thing that we are going to need, again, if you need to number them, please do so, is your title. Your title for this assignment is going to be your ortho. If you want to write out orthographic, you're more than welcome to. Drawing assignment. Second thing that we need to go ahead and cover in our document is going to be our introduction. So the purpose of this is to ensure my understanding of orthographic drawings, or something to that nature. Again, make sure that your purpose makes sense to you. All right, so customize that statement as needed. All right, where you're going to go ahead and do your assignment is in your activity section. So that's section number 3. So we're going to go ahead and label that your activity section. And then the rest of the page, you have all of the room to create the 3 orthographic drawings that I need you to. All right, so your first drawing is going to be your orange part. All right, so this is what your orange part looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and just rotate it a little bit so you can see all of the sides. And you will need to go ahead and create this part with your snapping cubes. All right, so here's your snapping cubes. Grab these, and as I'm rotating this figure, please make sure that you are making this part. Okay, so that's what your orange cube looks like, or orange part looks like, I should say. All right, and one thing that I forgot to show you that I did after video 4, so I'm going to pull back these notes, is that I named each of my drawings. All right, so I'm just labeling, this is the yellow part. I named that this drawing is my green part. So I would like you to do that within your assignment. All right, so I'm going to just name my orange part, keep it nice and simple, don't get too complicated. So that's going to go there, and I'm just going to kind of leave that as kind of a placeholder. So that's what my orange part looks like. Again, if you need to see what this looks like, you can rewind the video. But that's what it looks like 3D. All right, so watch and rewind as needed. The second part that you are going to create is this purple part. Right. Purple part looks like this. Again, when you are done with your orange part and drawing your orange part, you're going to want to use your snapping cubes in order to make your purple part. All right, and it is up to you to identify what part, or what view your front, your top, and your right side are. Okay, drew on the table. So with the front view of your orange part, Figure out what view your front view is first, and then you can figure out what your top and your right side views are going to look like. So that's your purple part. Again, please get in the habit. I'm going to write my purple part name down here. Again, organize your paper however you need to. There's my purple part. All right, and I'm going to move my camera up a little bit on my paper. Okay, and the last part that we're going to go ahead and create is your blue part. All right, so I'm going to name that real quick. Don't forget to label. Labeling is important. Staying organized. Keeping a clean engineering notebook. All right. And I staggered mine a little bit. You do not need to. That's just me making sure I have enough room for all of my drawings, since I'm not doing the drawings one by one like you will be able to. All right, so here is the blue part. This is what it looks like.
Kids, time for lunch. What do you want on your sandwiches? Turkey with cheddar, no crust, sliced sandwich, 4 pieces, so just a light bread and mayo.
All right.
No cheese.
So that's your blue part. You will need to go ahead and figure out again what is going to be your front view, and then after you figure out and identify what your front view is, you will need to then identify which your top and your right side view. Please make sure that you remember that your front view is the view that tells you the most information about your parts. All right, so again, make sure that you do these one at a time. That way you can have your snapping cubes as a model so that you can manipulate and rotate your parts as needed. But for your assignment, again, just reiterating, you're going to make sure you have your title, your intro, your activity is going to be your orange, your purple, and your blue parts. And then remember, at the bottom of your engineering notebook, don't forget section 4, which are going to be your conclusion questions. There are no conclusion questions for this activity. So again, please just write none so that I know that you did not forget that section. And then down at the bottom of your engineering notebook, do not forget section 5, which is to sign and date. You will take a picture with your phone. Please do not take one with your webcam. I am not able to read those. And then please make sure that you put that picture that you take with your phone onto a Google Doc. I did have some issues with our first submission. I'm on a learning curve too, that I wasn't able to open up some of your image files when you just submitted them individually. And then those of you with iPhones, I'm not able to open up the HEIC files. So a way around that is just having everybody put their image on a Google Doc and submitting the Google Doc to the orthographic drawing assignment on PowerSchool Learning.